Well, hey there, it's Catherine from CatherinePuller.com. In this video, we're going to make a fun tracker page for the Canvo bullet journal. Who doesn't want more fun in their life? So I decided I want to be a little bit more deliberate about it and track it and schedule it and then celebrate it when I write about it in my Canvo bullet journal. So for this one, we're going to use the Put a Pin in It stamp set. We're also using leaf motifs. If you've seen any of my recent videos, you've seen that I've used the leaf motif stamp set throughout my whole November spreads, the monthly spread, the weekly spreads, and now I'm doing the fun tracker. So I'm using this adorable little steno pad stamp. How cute is that? And my icing on the cake mini CP mini ink pad, and I'm just inking them up, and I'm doing them kind of cattywampus and random so that I don't have to worry about lining them up perfectly. Although, since there are the little dots on the journal, I could line them up perfectly if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. And then I'm going to do this masking technique. So basically, you use a scratch piece of paper and you cover wherever you do not want the stamped image to be, and then you stamp over it. And then when you remove the mask, you can see that it didn't stamp where you didn't want it to be. And so now it looks like I have leaves stamped behind my little steno pad papers. Isn't that so cute? So sometimes when I stamp down, I end up with a little gap between the image that I'm stamping and the image that I've already stamped, the one that I want it to look like it's the new stamp is stamped behind. And so there are a few ways to combat this issue. One is from the beginning. I tend to put my paper too close to the edge or even over the line that I'm trying to stamp behind. And then think about it, if your paper is over the line and your stamped image, there's going to be like a gap. So take your mask and put it a little bit, not totally far over the line. Does that make sense? That will give it room to stamp down, because if you think the paper that you're using for a mask is kind of like a little ledge, and the stamped image has to press down and meet the paper behind it. So if you end up with that little gap, a couple things you can try. You can try to stamp it again. I have varying success with this because you have to line it up right. And if you're worried about messing up in your journal, I may not recommend doing that. You can also take a blender pen and take a little bit of ink from your ink pad and just kind of fill in color. That's not a perfect solution either. So if you're kind of a perfectionist, you may want to practice this technique on scratch paper before you go into your Canvo bullet journal. I'm not terribly worried about mistakes and boo-boos and oopsies, so I'm cool with it. And then I'm just going to finish up my tracker. I'm going to add November at the top. I'm going to sprinkle in some fun words and some encouraging words like unwind. And then I'm filling in some of my little steno pads with some of the fun that I've had. And now I'm challenged for the rest of November to get some fun activities scheduled. I'm excited to be able to celebrate and record and remember in a beautiful way all of the fun that I'm going to be having in November. And so next up, it's going to be time to do a December tracker, you guys. So if you are doing a fun tracker, be sure to share with us on social media. We love seeing what you're working on. Use hashtag Canvo Bullet Journal. Also find us on Instagram at Canvo Bullet Journal and share with us so we can go and ooh and ah over what you're doing. If you have any questions, leave me a note in the comment section. And as always, I so appreciate you watching my videos, leaving comments, giving me a thumbs up, and sharing with your friends. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope your day is amazing. Thanks for being here.